in true hairdresser fashion, I'm sure there's a few people who are probably running a little bit behind, so we're going to hang on for just a couple of minutes. But I just want to turn on my camera for a second and just say a quick hello. I feel it's face to face then, even though I can't see you. You can see me, and Nicole is here. We've got all of the team here actually today, okay? And we are so excited. You know, we are ready to roll, and we've got an amazing class for you today, okay? And I really appreciate you all just kind of taking the time and making the effort to be here. So thank you all so much. You want to say something? Huh?
Yeah, I'm so excited for everyone. We've had over 1,000 salon professionals sign up to join us today, and nothing makes me more excited. Like, I can hardly be in my own skin when I think about stylists and salon professionals who want to be the best they can be as an individual. They want to work in the best salon. They want to offer the best service to their guests that visit them. And I find nothing more inspiring than seeing other people just like us who want to just raise the bar on what they're doing with their career and their lifestyle, and just want to be the best version of themselves. And this is like tools that's going to help you do that and do it really easily. So we cannot wait to share this stuff with you, and I'm going to be in the background answering questions, so don't hesitate to be typing in your questions, because that'll be me on the sidelines chiming in, answering them as best I can as we go. But otherwise, I'll stay on after and keep answering questions until I've hit all of you.
Yeah, we are gonna have a proper Q&A afterwards, okay? So don't worry if there are questions there that you've typed in and we haven't got to them yet. We are going to go through some questions and Q&A afterwards, okay? So you'll probably see me just kind of firing ahead. If you see that I'm not stopping, I'm just kind of going through and giving you all the information. That's because Nicole is going to be in the background doing all the Q&A answering, okay? And then at the end, I'll hop in with her and we'll do some Q&A together then at the end, okay? So we're just going to give it just a few more minutes, all right? People are piling on here now, which is fantastic, okay? And we're going to make sure that everyone gets it on in the next few minutes, and then we'll get rolling, okay? All right, so thanks a lot. Just if you want to type into the message box there that you can hear me, okay? All right, and maybe just where you're hearing from. I mean, I know that we've got a lot of people on from the US, a lot from the UK and Ireland, and then we've got some from Australia and in New Zealand as well. So it's absolutely amazing, okay? So just give me a little thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know where you're coming in from, okay? And we look forward to get rolling, okay?
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, we are ready to roll here. So I hope you are all feeling fantastic, okay? So once again, just welcome and thank you for taking the time today. You know, my promise to you is to make our time together extremely worth your while, okay? Time is definitely the most precious thing in my life, and I'm sure it is to you as well. So I'm going to make sure that our time together is extremely well spent, all right? So, some of what we will cover today, okay? Number one, how to earn a lot of money without working those long days and late nights. You know, hairdressers are notorious for working those crazy hours, right? You do not have to be doing that. I'm going to show you exactly how you can be making a lot of money without having to do those crazy hours. Number two, the fastest way to become in demand and renowned. You know, we want to become famous in our area for what we do. We want to get that phone ringing. We want to get people in our chairs. I'm going to show you the fastest way to do that. And then number three, how to stay inspired, focused, and consistent. You know, that last word there, consistency, is so important. I'm sure you are like me. You've been on a lot of different seminars, a lot of different courses before. You end up leaving the course feeling so inspired, so fired up for it. But what happens is we lose the consistency and we lose the inspiration after sometimes just a few days, sometimes it's a few weeks. I'm going to show you today how to remain inspired and consistent with the lessons that I'm going to give you. Okay. So don't worry if you are already busy and you haven't got time to add more things. I'm going to show you exactly how to create more time for yourself. Don't worry if you are new to the industry and just beginning to build your book. It doesn't matter if you are brand new behind the chair or if you've been behind the chair for 20 years, just like I was, all right? And these systems still apply to you. And do not worry if you're not tech savvy and you're worried that this is all about online marketing. It is not about online marketing, okay? Yes, we are going to touch on social media because it's become such a big part of what we do, but it's not all about online marketing. And do not worry if you're thinking that it's going to be complicated and difficult to understand and implement. It's pretty simple, this stuff, okay? I pride myself at creating simplicity in the systems and strategies and giving you immediate impact, immediate results. So a little bit of housekeeping before we start. First of all, close out your Facebook, close out your email, close out your Instagram, anything that is a distraction for you. Turn off or silence your phone, okay? Tell your family, tell your husband or your wife, or tell your children that you need a little bit of time, okay, without being disturbed. And that bottom sentence there, give yourself the gift of your full attention, and I promise it'll be worth it. You know, there's so many distractions in our life right now, okay? So any tweets or beeps that you possibly got, shut them off, okay, for 90 minutes, all right? And give yourself the gift of your full attention. So, not only am I going to give you some career and life-changing tools today, but for those of you that stay until the end of the presentation, I have a very special bonus for you. I'm launching a tool that really is revolutionary to our industry and has the power to give you a 30% instant pay rise. Now, that is conservative as well, 30%, all right? We are seeing 50 to 100% pay rises with this. It is crazy, okay? And you are going to be the first to see it. Oh, and by the way, just in case you think that I'm going to be doing everything for you and you can just sit back and watch your career grow on its own, I have to have this little disclaimer, okay? So results are never guaranteed because, of course, it depends on the implementation and consistency of the individual. All that I can promise you is that these are the tools that I personally use to achieve success, and so have the stylists and salon owners I have coached and I have trained over the last 2 years, and you are going to be hearing from some of them during the presentation, so look out for that. It's highly inspirational, okay? Now, to give you a clear perspective, I feel like it's really important that I begin with my personal story and journey. This will just allow you to understand the power of these systems, okay? Just how well these work. Is that okay with everyone? Just give me a little thumbs up or give me a yes, David, or something. Just let me know if it's okay if I share with you a bit of my personal story before we crack in with the systems. Okay, great. Fantastic. We are getting some good results there, okay. All right, great, here we go. Okay, so this is life today for me, you know. I am really living my dream lifestyle. I feel so blessed, you know. I spend my professional time coaching and mentoring stylists and salon owners all over the world, you know. There's nothing more fulfilling for me than helping stylists realize their full potential. I feel truly blessed, really, that I get to choose who I work with, and it is always high performers, you know. It's the go-getters. They are the people that I love to hang out with. Now, the other part of my life is spent with my incredible family, my wife, Nicole, and my children, Reese and Bronwyn. You know, we are blessed to live in a beautiful home in a beautiful part of the world, and, you know, we take plenty of luxury vacations. I have family time together. You know, I still kind of pinch myself that this is my life now because it didn't start like this. It started by packing up my truck, driving across the United States with my dad in search of a fresh start over in California. You know, Nicole and I had just got married. We'd been working in New York and in Chicago, and we were ready for a new life and just a new challenge. So this was my dad and I getting snowed in for 2 days, crossing the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Now, the reason that we chose California was because that we found this amazing little town, okay? It was called Healdsburg, and it's about an hour from San Francisco. And there was this guy that was opening an Aveda concept salon, and he'd hired Nicole and I to build the team and to run the salon. Now, I had regular communications with him at this stage, and he was desperately urging us to hurry up and get out there. He told me everything was ready to go, and he needed us out there as soon as possible. So, you know, we just kind of decided to take that brave step. All right, give up our great jobs on the East Coast and just head out west. However, when we arrived at the salon, it was still a shell. You know, even though in these pictures, as you can see, it doesn't look too bad, but there was still no plumbing for any of the shampoo bowls. You know, there was no additional electric for blow dryers, and as you can see, there was no salon furniture. Now, the owner told me not to panic, that there had been a slight hold-up, but we could start interviewing team members, doing some training with them while he was completing the space, and of course he would start paying us immediately. So Nicole and I, we just got busy, you know, looking for receptionists, looking for apprentices, and looking for other stylists. A month passed by and the salon was still not open. Not only that, but we hadn't been paid either. Another 4 weeks went by. Nicole and I were like desperately eating into our savings. It had cost us a lot of money to ship our furniture across the country, and now we were paying rent for an apartment. Plus, we had all of our belongings in storage, and we were paying on that as well, and still no income. Now, we were still kind of hoping that somehow this guy was going to come through for us because we felt that was our only option, you know, but then it all came crashing to an end. He went and ran out of town. He left Nicole and I with no job, no clientele, no income. Plus, at that stage, he owed us $30,000 in unpaid income and other expenses. Excuse me. Now, from there, things unfortunately got worse. We had to give up the apartment we were living in. We couldn't afford it. Some people that we'd met agreed to allow us to stay on their couch for just a few weeks. You can see me there, kind of crashed out next to the dog. A house that I bought with my father about 4 years before was now in pre-foreclosure because I missed payments on it. And the truck that I'd driven across the country was repossessed. And Nicole and I were basically living on soup, trying to save the last of our savings. I couldn't believe just how quickly things were unraveling and falling apart. This was, without a doubt, rock bottom for me. You know, it had been my idea to give up our great jobs, move across the country, and now it seemed that I'd made this disastrous mistake. Nicole spent a lot of the time in tears. I felt so helpless. I didn't want to work as a stylist for like a low-end salon, and it didn't seem like I could afford to start my own place. Then, just when we thought things couldn't possibly get any worse, something happened that really should have been a cause for celebration, and it would have been had we been in any better circumstances. We found out that we were expecting a baby. And, you know, I've always been a believer that everything in life happens at the right time, whether you think it, you need it or not. But if I'm honest, my first reaction was this was the worst timing in the world for this. Now, when I said that we were panicking before, that was nothing. Now it was genuine fear. We were scared to death. You know, I was terrified about Nicole's health and the health of the baby because of the level of stress that we were under. We had no home. We had no income. We were running out of money. And now we had this baby on the way. I remember saying to Nicole, you know, I'm going to take care of this. I don't know how, but there has to be an answer to this. Now, I knew this town was special. It needed a great salon. It had everything else. So I started getting up really early in the morning and walking around every inch of the town. I went into every building inquiring about space to rent or possible even salons maybe going out of business. Then one day I walked into this art gallery. We struck up a conversation with the artist in the gallery, and he told us that his father owned this building. So I told him briefly my story, and he said, you know what, why don't I show you around this building? We have some space upstairs. Now the photo you see is me standing with Alex, the artist, in this incredible space. You know, it's about 2,000 square feet and has ceilings with, you know, really high ceilings with stunning arch windows overlooking the town plaza. And I just kind of fell in love with the space the minute I walked into it. But there was no way that I could afford the rent. Plus, of course, the cost of construction to transform it into a salon. So I remember saying to Alex, you know, this is absolutely beautiful, but have you got anything else like a lot smaller than this? So we walked through the rest of the building until we came into this tiny gallery, and it was right at the back of the building, and it was completely invisible from the street. It had no natural light. Probably the last space in the world that you'd want to put a salon, if I'm really honest. You know, in the picture, it looks like there's skylights in the ceiling, but that's actually fluorescent tubes that are just like behind glass. All right, there was no natural light. We then met with Alex's dad, Mark, who actually had his art gallery in that space, and he told me straight away, he said, David, this space is not for rent. I do not want to rent it out. Now, I remember Mark had this like bushy head of white hair, and seeing that I had my scissors with me, I said to him, Mark, look, you need a haircut, man. Why don't you just take a seat here and let me cut your hair for you? Then I remember saying to him, Mark, you own this beautiful building. You know, you can have your gallery in any of the spaces, but I can't afford anything else in this entire town. I have looked everywhere. I can afford this gallery, and that is it. Give me a chance, and I promise I will be the best tenant that you have ever had. Now, I think that he could probably hear the desperation in my voice. You could probably hear it right now. It just kind of takes me right back to that minute. And he looked at me and he said to me, okay, let's do it. You know, you can have the space. So then I said to him, well, there's just one more thing. And I wrote a number on this little napkin and I handed it to him. And he said to me, 600? What does that mean? I said to him, well, I can only pay you $600 a month for the first 3 months. So you're going to have to give me a break on the rent as well. Now, I think because I was just so damn cheeky with him, he actually agreed. And he drew up the agreement on that napkin that stated $600 a month for 3 months, and then gradual increases until we reached market rent, which was easily double that. It was actually a bit more than double that. So on a very, very tight budget, and with a little bit of help from Nicole's father, we managed to transform that little gallery into this really, really cozy salon. Just 4 weeks after meeting Alex and Mark, we opened the doors to Brush Salon. But as you all know, getting the work finished and the doors open for business, that was only the beginning. Remember, we had no clientele, nobody. Okay, we knew nobody. And nobody knew where we were. They couldn't even see the salon from the road. We literally spent the first few days sitting in the salon looking at each other. Now, I knew that we had a baby on the way. Plus, I was going to lose my other stylist on maternity leave. Nicole was going to take some time off in just a few months. So, I used that time to create systems I'd learned throughout my career. Some of them from my Tony and Guy days back in the UK, some from my John Barrett days in New York City. A lot of the systems that I wrote from books I read and from seminars that I'd attended about building successful businesses and delivering excellent customer service. So I started applying the systems and the strategies to begin building the clientele. The results were absolutely astounding. I couldn't believe what started to happen. People immediately started coming in. I'm talking like within 24 hours the phone started ringing. People were booking appointments. Now within 2 months I knew that I was going to need to start building the team because Nicole was going to be taking time off. So I started hiring more stylists and an assistant. Nicole and I went from 0 clientele, remember we knew nobody, to completely fully booked in just 3 months. In just 90 days, we were absolutely slammed. I then trained and I coached the team in the same systems, and they also became busier and busier. There was no more kind of sitting around. It was just rocking every day. You know, this is how the salon looked most days. Thankfully, because we were just in time for Nicole to take some time off and the arrival of our little boy Reese. You know, when we first found out that we were expecting, we thought that this was probably the worst timing in the world, and that was just 9 months before. Now everything felt absolutely perfect. You know, we were really extremely thankful that our small salon had become this roaring success, you know, but this actually led to another problem. We'd outgrown our cozy salon space. We couldn't really grow anymore. We needed a bigger space before people just started complaining or even going somewhere else. Now, do you remember that amazing space that Alex had shown me with the arch windows and the high ceilings that I could never afford? Well, I'd made a promise to myself that day that that space would one day be our dream salon. And it just so happened that a tenant had just left and I was available to rent it. So just 18 months after opening our salon in that tiny gallery, we opened this. We had managed to save over $100,000 and been able to open our dream salon. In under 2 years, we had gone from being almost homeless and completely broke to opening the salon of our dreams, and we didn't have a penny of debt. We then grew the team to 15 members. I continued to coach them on the success systems and strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you. And within our 3rd year, we hit 7 figures, $1 million in revenue. Now, let me remind you, this was in a small country town, just 10,000 people, not a large cosmopolitan city. And the starting price for a haircut was 40 bucks. All right, it wasn't 140 bucks. Okay, we were a mid-level priced salon. Now, what was even more gratifying as an owner was to watch the individual success of our team members. You know, we had multiple stylists now taking home over $100,000 in individual income. We now had multiple stylists, you know, just being able to make these changes to their life, like buying new cars or moving into their own apartment or even getting married. It was just amazing to see as an owner. So now I'd found this formula, and my team were experiencing levels of success that few stylists reached during their entire career, let alone in the first few years. It doesn't have to be a struggle for any stylist in any market anymore. You know, this stuff really works without fail, but you have to apply it consistently. I knew that I had to begin coaching and mentoring full-time, which then meant, of course, selling brush, selling the salon. In under 7 years, we had built a business from nothing, from the ground. We had had 2 children, Reese, and now Bronwyn came along as well. We built our own home, we sold our business, and we created a net worth of $1 million. Okay, look, we were 2 hairdressers just working behind the chair to begin with, all right? And then we applied the systems and strategies, and it made this difference. You can make this difference as well, okay? We had also, though, been missing our family. You know, California was amazing, but we missed being close to relatives, and so we decided it was time to head on over to Wales. Now, I got busy when I got to Wales, applying the same strategies to my coaching business. Suddenly, my UK and Ireland business took off as well. Honestly, it felt like this just happened overnight. You know, I couldn't believe that now I was becoming a fully booked coach. So, here we go, okay? That's enough about me, all right? My coaching now begins with the game changers. These are the systems that the top 5% earning stylists do differently. So I'm just going to take a big swig of water here. Is everybody still with me? Just give me a little thumbs up or a hell yeah, David, I'm here. All right, sit up straight in your chair. If you've got a bottle of water by you, take a good slug of water, okay? And we are going to jump into this. Now, 95% of the industry don't do these things. And that's why 95% of the industry never reach their full potential. You know, it's so sad. I can promise you that when you apply these systems consistently to your business, you will see significant improvement to your clientele, to your income, and to your lifestyle. Okay, this isn't just growth, it's a particular type of growth. It's continuous and it's never ending, all right? This growth just keeps happening. These systems are exactly what took Nicole and I from 0 clients to completely fully booked in 90 days, and they will work for you if you follow them exactly the way I show you. Not something like it, exactly the way I show you. So it starts off with the game changers, okay? So write these down. Number 1, master your domain. Number 2, your daily success blueprint. And number 3, the fastest and the easiest way to the top. Okay. So, part 1, master your domain. This is what we call genius marketing, okay? This is the fastest way for you to become fully booked and famous in your area. This is the way that you get your name out there very, very quickly. What I want you to do, first of all, is to list your 3 favorite services. Write them down, okay? I'll explain why in a minute, but for now, just write them down. I'll give you a minute to think. If you can really only think of 2, well, that's fine too, but just write down what are your favorite services. What are you passionate about? Is it cutting? Is it color? Perhaps it's blow drying or hair up. I know that we've got some estheticians and some skin therapists on today as well. So perhaps it's massage, or it's facials, or it's waxing, okay? Only you know, but just write them down. Next, I want you to choose the one that you are most passionate about. Which one would you say that you are an expert at? Which one would perhaps other stylists or other team members in your salon say that you are an expert at? Or perhaps even other clients or family members. Which one would they say, oh my God, you are an expert at that? Now you need to choose just one service for this, okay? If you like one just as much as another, that's absolutely fine too, but for this exercise, just choose one. Now, for a lot of you, I know it's a no-brainer. You know that hair cutting is your thing, or you know that you love doing color, but for others, perhaps it's a difficult choice, all right? But for this, just choose one. Just do the exercise right now, okay? Perhaps you're like our friend the Zoltan there, and you like doing the sexy smooth, the biggest smooth blow dries. I don't know, maybe. I love that movie. If you haven't watched that movie as a team in your salon, it's a great night. Okay, you have to do that sometime. Okay. Next. Okay, for a second, right? I want you to think of your favorite famous stylist. Okay, it might be Nick Araujo, who's in the picture there. Or it might be Anthony Mascolo, it might be Beth Minardi, it might be Trevor Sorby, or Chris Sorby. There's so many people out there right now, so many amazing celebrity stylists out there. Now, I think that you'll agree that almost every single one of them are famous for either a single technique or for working on a certain texture of hair. Now, Nick Araujo, he's an amazing hair cutter, okay, one of the best around, and I'm sure that he can cut hair with just about anything. You know, he could probably cut hair with a broken bottle if he wanted. But he is famous for cutting hair with a razor. This became his niche, all right, or his niche. Depending if you're in the US, it's his niche. If it's in the UK, it's his niche. We'll go with niche today, all right? This became his niche, all right? He became renowned for razor cutting. Razor cutting hair of all lengths, all textures, even cutting curly hair and cutting baby fine hair with a razor. He put together this system that allowed him to do that. Now, the fastest way for you to become famous in your salon, in your town, in your city, is by picking a single technique or texture and telling the world, telling everybody that you are an expert at it, okay? This is what all celeb stylists have done, and this is why they become famous, and it happens so quickly for them, okay? They picked either a texture or a technique, and they tell the world that they are the best. So, for example, if you have chosen color, now, of course, color would be a very large niche. Now, the smaller that you can make it, the faster you will become recognized and renowned. So you need to figure out, is there a specific technique like perhaps balayage or foiling or gray coverage that you want to promote yourself as an expert at? You know, it could also be a hair texture. So if you chose hair cutting, now you might want your expertise to be like fine hair or cutting curly hair, or like Nick was doing, cutting hair with a razor. Make that niche small, okay? Like I said, the smaller the niche, the faster word spreads. It's just the way it works when you are marketing yourself and you're getting the word out there. Now, my personal niche was modern classic haircuts, putting a contemporary spin on really classic shapes and making them look very, very current. One of my stylists, she decided that she wanted to become an expert in fluid hair painting, okay, which is the other image with the lady with the hair spread out over the glass table there, okay. Now, this stylist, she was already pretty busy, okay, and she loved doing color, but when she started focusing on a single technique, on the fluid hair painting, her clientele, it just kind of went gangbusters. All right, people were flying in from different states. She was booked weeks in advance. So just take a minute. Is there a technique or a service that not a lot of people are offering, or perhaps it's something new that you've been seeing online that other salons in your area are not doing, like fluid hair painting, that you can become an expert at? You know, one of the salons that I'm coaching right now, one of their leaders there, one of the owners, he made his expertise fine hair, you know, which I think is such a cool niche, because there's so many women out there, especially, who suffer from really, really fine hair. And to think that you know, they can find somebody who has it as their expertise, somebody who's an expert at making that hair look thicker, or giving it more texture, or giving it more movement, more body. All right, it's something that would be so sought after. But think for yourself, you know, what is the niche? Is it color, is it cutting? And then how can you make that smaller? Is there a technique or is there a texture that you could become an expert at? So next thing, you need to start marketing yourself, okay, as an expert on your business page, not on your personal page. So whether you are focusing on a single platform or you're on all three of these here and other ones, it's time to start telling the world about your expertise, and every post that you do has to be connected in some way to your expertise, okay? So we are now kind of niching down on what we're posting. All right, it's not just random posts. Everything's connected to your expertise. Oh, and by the way, if you are worried about doing nothing but, you know, curly red tints all day because that's your niche, well, don't worry, because that is not how this works. Just because you are promoting yourself as this redhead expert, it doesn't mean that blondes and brunettes aren't also going to be coming to you, okay? Once you are seen as an expert in one niche, they all simply assume that you are an expert in everything. That is just the way it works when you market yourself this way. And also, if you decide that you want to change your niche in 6 months or a year from now, that's fine too. Okay? Don't think that you are labeled for life because you are promoting yourself as an expert in a specific service. There will still be plenty of diversity, I promise, okay? The difference will be that now you are slammed with guests and that everyone is talking about you and calling you an expert, okay? It's just one of those luxury problems that we love to have. And another point, if the idea of you having to post on all 3 platforms, if that's overwhelming for you, then just pick one. But try and make it the one where most of your ideal clients hang out, okay? Remember, we are marketing to one specific client, okay? Not to other hairdressers. We want to make it, we are marketing to our perfect client, okay? This is where many stylists get confused. You know, a lot of stylists end up posting work to promote themselves to the industry, to other hairdressers, which is absolutely fine. There's a place for that. But in order to build your clientele, we are promoting to our perfect guest. So, next. Here is a list, okay, of what you need to be posting, all right? Before and afters, okay? We all know about before and afters, okay? It's such an important one. You working on your guests, this gets so much attraction, okay? You get so many likes, so much interaction as well, okay? Photographs or videos of you working on your guest. Just write these down as we go through them. Related products. What I mean by related products is related to your expertise. So if it's blondes, it might be conditioning treatments, okay, or shampoos that help to take away any brassiness from blonde hair. If it's fine hair that you're doing, then it could be volumizing shampoo or thickening sprays, okay? So related products to your expertise. Finished look. Behind the scenes. So what I mean by behind the scenes, and this is really great posts because not a lot of people do it, but it could be you mixing color in the back room. Those type of behind the scenes shots, they get so much interaction. My salon, all right, so things that are happening in your salon, interesting stuff that's going on, whether it's parties or events or just topics about your salon, maybe what products you carry. Hair tips, how-tos, okay? Now, the most searched thing on YouTube is how-to, all right? So if you can put amazing hair tips out there for your community, for your clientele, they are gonna absolutely love it. Your favorite tools, okay, favorite blow dryers, brushes, again, you know, clients love to read about this stuff. And then your community. What I mean about that is what's going on in your area, you know, what are people going to be interested in working in? It doesn't always have to be about hair stuff. Make it somewhere where people love to go and visit your page because you have all of the news about what's going on in your area. Now, you need to post every day, okay? Now, this list will stop you from running out of ideas of what to post. Now, you can also make each of these a focus for each day of the week. So, for example, you could do before and afters on a Monday, you could do you working on your guest on a Tuesday, etc., right? Now, this will help keep your work consistent, and it also gives you a lot of variety for your clientele and for your community, okay? So, just take a second if you need that and write them down. Now, another simple solution to never running out of posts is to get a friend or a model in and take photos and videos of each stage of the service. You know, you can get a month's worth of photos from one model if you are creative. So, you know, you get a friend in, you get a model in, and you do pictures and video of you working on her, you do the related products, you do the finished look, you do the behind the scenes of you mixing the color before you start, you do the hair tips, you do your favorite tools, and that's all with one model, okay? And you can do multiple shots for each one, so you've got lots of posts all there ready to go. Now, this is a little golden nugget for you, okay? It's a really, really important fact. The future of salons and individual stylist business is going to be built on the strength and the size of the community. Okay, and this goes for many future businesses, you know, not just hair salons. People want to feel a deeper level of connection and belonging to the businesses. Okay, this is why places like supermarkets and coffee shops now have club cards or membership cards. You know, people feel a deeper level of connection when they have that. You know, it's not just about marketing special offers or discounts. It's about real life stuff that's happening in the salon, like celebrating a stylist promotion or sharing great how-to videos like we just talked about, you know. It can also be non-hair related stuff, such as things happening in your community. People rely on the local salon or the local stylist for all their local info, you know, or dare I even say local gossip, all right? So let's put it together tastefully and just get it out there. Also, start asking for their opinion on things. You know, great posts are stuff like, what's your 3 favorite products? Or how long do you spend doing your hair? You know, these type of posts cause great interaction and communication and conversation. Okay, this is exactly what you need. And I also think that, you know, more parties and events should be happening in the salon. A lot of salons have maybe one a year, or some never invite their guests in for like a fun evening of just like, I don't know, bubbles and blow dries. You know, these are very inexpensive things to do, and they are so effective. Okay, once again, interaction is key, and if you ask for it from your community, you'll get it. Okay, they really want to feel that. Now, there has been so much focus with online social media marketing that I think a lot of the world has actually forgotten about some of the ways that we used to market. And also, you know, this used to give us incredible results. This is some of my favorite stuff. Okay, I don't care how good you are at social media, you cannot beat face-to-face and just sincerely inviting a person into the salon. All right, when I first opened Brush, this was the most effective marketing strategy that I used, and nobody does this. Plus, it gives you an immediate influx of guests. There's no posting and hoping that someone's going to see it, okay? So this is what I want you to do. First of all, target a business in your area where your perfect guest works, okay? So if your perfect guest is a middle-aged professional woman or man, it may be a bank, or it may be a real estate office, or it may be a lawyer's office, okay? If it's a younger, hipper guest, it may be like a local coffee shop or a cool clothing boutique. Then, what I want you to do is to find out how many staff members or how many team members they have and create a really enticing offer, such as, you know, a complimentary haircut with a color service or a complimentary eyebrow shape with a blow dry. Now, the one that I used to love to do, which honestly had people pouring in the door of my salon, was a $50 gift certificate to be used towards any service in my salon. Now, I remember going around to this new real estate office that had opened just around the corner from my salon, this beautiful new office, okay? Now, they had 50 female realtors working there. And by the way, real estate agents in California, they do really, really well for themselves, okay? Even if they're not very good, they still make a really good living selling real estate. Now, I marched into this beautiful new office with my $50 gift certificates in my hand, okay? And the receptionist, well, she kind of nearly fell off her chair, and she said to me, you do realize that if I give these out to all the ladies in here, that they're all going to come in for services? And of course I said to her, well, yeah, that's the idea, you know. I just want to say welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And I think probably 45 to 50 people came in from that one visit. Now, you might think that that's just too generous, you know, or even perhaps a little bit stupid, a little bit bad business, but Personally, I always think about the future, about the long term. You know, I don't want them to just visit once. I want them in my salon every 6 weeks for years. So treating them to a $50 gift certificate to me is an absolute no-brainer. You know, we've got to speculate to accumulate. Now, what I did then after that I would pick a business every month, and I would contact the manager, and I would say to them, congratulations, you know, we have picked you as our business of the month, and I'm going to be dropping in some gift certificates for your entire team. And I just want to say thank you for everything that you bring to our community. Now, listen, they just kind of thought this was Christmas when I did this. Plus, you start to build this reputation in town for being so generous, you know, and an important part of the community. People really respect you. Is everybody still with me there? Everybody good? Everything good there, Nicole? All good there? Just getting a little sip of water here. Okay. So the next part, I call it the Daily Success Blueprint. All right? Have you heard the saying, the war is won before the battle commences? Well, what that means is the best executed plan wins the war, not the actual fighting, okay? It's not the fighting that wins the war, it's the plan. And this is true in business. And if you plan on being highly successful, that you need a plan every single day, okay? Now, this may sound stressful or even may give you a little bit of anxiety, but it actually is the opposite, okay? The opposite is actually true. When you take 5 to 10 minutes every morning to plan your day, you will be amazed by just how much you get done, and also just how fast you get it done, okay? This changed my life. This one simple exercise I'm about to share with you transformed the way that I live my life. You know, it made me incredibly focused and present. It stopped me getting distracted with trying to do 1,000 things at once, and most importantly, it gave me more time with my wife, with my children, and for myself. Okay, so if you do nothing else, please, please, please start planning your day and just watch how quickly you achieve your goals. Okay, now, but before I share with you my daily success planner, let me first of all give you an immediate pay rise. Now, 95% of stylists focus purely on how many guests they see in a day. They spend so much time trying to get more and more people in their chair, when the reality is they have plenty of clients. They just aren't offering enough services. Okay, so let me show you how to make an additional $5,000 without seeing a single additional client. Okay, this means if you do this one simple thing that I'm going to show you right now and make it a daily practice, you just put another $5,000 in the bank. Okay, watch this. First of all, think of an add-on service that you can offer to the majority of your guests. Now, if you do a lot of color, then perhaps it's Olaplex or some sort of deep conditioning treatment. My biggest seller, hands down, was eyebrow tints and shapes. You know, we did so many of them all day long. Tints especially are so simple, and I'd say 90% of my female guests had their brows tinted. And by the way, we charged $25 for a brow tint, $25 for a brow shape. So that was an extra $50 if a client got both on top of their color bill. Okay, now the second point is to learn as much as you can about the service, also known as become an expert at it. Okay, be able to talk about all the benefits, how long it will last. If it's a treatment, know the ingredients, how it works, and just how it will make the hair feel. Then this will be your single daily focus, all right? Forget about any of the other add-on services unless they ask you for something specific. Just focus on this one simple service, okay? One simple add-on. I know we get overwhelmed sometimes by trying to think about all the different services that are available. I want you to focus on one daily add-on. Then, set a goal for 1 a day. And if you think that's easy, then make it 2 a day. But set a goal each day, and I guarantee that you will hit this goal before lunchtime, okay? And by the way, you can always make your assistant the expert in whatever the service is, all right? And have him or her do all of your add-ons for you. This then is a whole nother level of smart business. You know, you are now making extra money by not doing anything extra, okay, which is absolutely brilliant. All right, my assistant, Jeanette, was the best brow person in California as far as I was concerned. And that is what I told all of my guests, and that is why she had a roaring salon business. So, let's just add up some of, let's just add up and just see how this comes together now, okay? So if you're doing one add-on and you are doing one add-on 5 days a week, that is $100 a week, okay? One add-on a day. If you work 50 weeks a year, just from doing that one add-on, that is $5,000 a year. Now, if you had to make $5,000 in haircuts, and by the way, if you're in the UK and you want to just transform this to pounds, okay, it's exactly the same, all right? I'm just using dollars because it had to be one or the other, so I thought it was easier to keep it in dollars. So if you make $5,000, if you want to make $5,000 in haircuts and you're charging $40 for a haircut, it would take you 125 additional guests in order to do that, all right? So that means that you've got to be doing 125 additional consultations, 125 extra shampoos, 125 extra blow dries. I can feel the cramping in my shoulders just even thinking about that, you know? And what about if you doubled this and your goal is 2 add-ons a day, 2 simple treatments? I know that you can do that if you really wanted to. That would be an extra $10,000 or £10,000 a year. Or you could do an extra 250 clients, okay? Now in my salon, our goal and my minimum expectation for the team for each stylist was 3 add-ons a day. And everybody hit it every single day consistently. This is how they all made so much money. You know, this is how they were all working so much smarter and not harder. So now that you are crushing it with your add-on services, let's talk about the other monster in the closet, okay? The retail sales. This is the other one that I know always gets a big eye roll, but just listen to this, okay? Whenever I start coaching a salon and they need more money in the bank, like immediately, like yesterday, retail is where I get them to focus, because I know I can at least triple their retail sales with this one simple system. Once again, it has to be done consistently, but it's one of those golden nuggets that I'm giving you that works. It works every single time, okay? If you do it the way that I tell you. First thing, sales is a conversation, okay? That is all it is. I never ask a team to go and sell more retail. I ask them to make sure they are having the conversation. That's all, okay? And this is the conversation that you need to have to create an amazing retail business. Now I'm talking 300 or 400% above industry average. Now my trigger was always, if I picked up a product to use on a guest, I would automatically tell them what I'm using, why I'm using it, and when to use it. Even if I'm in the middle of a conversation about her daughter's wedding hair, I would say, hang on a second, just let me tell you quickly about this product because it is so perfect for your hair. It's one of my favorites. And then I cover what I'm using, why I'm using it, and when to use it. Then we can go back to, you know, chatting about her neighbor's cat or whatever it is we're talking about, okay? The next step, place it on the styling station directly in front of them. Now, I hope you've got like a really uncluttered station. It should be able to sit there on its own right in front of her. Now, there's probably about an 80% chance that she will then pick it up and ask a few more questions about it. Okay, so what, why, and when, place it on the station in front of her. Step 3, okay, now this is really important, all right, and it's got to be followed exactly the way that I tell you. Place 3 products at the checkout or reception desk. Okay, so these are 3 products that you've already spoke about. So it's probably a shampoo, it's probably a styling product, it's probably a finishing product. You may have talked about some other products as well, but it has to be 3, okay? It can be 4, but I found that 3 is the most effective amount, all right? The reason this works so well is that if you put 1 product up front, say it's a bottle of shampoo, there is a strong possibility that she has a full bottle of shampoo at home, okay? And perhaps she just doesn't need any more products. But if you have 3 products, then there is much more likely a chance that she has either ran out of one of the products or she's never tried one of them and she really fancies treating herself to a new product. So 3 products up front, that is a magic number, okay? Then, if you are the one checking her out, then you simply say, these are the 3 products I use today. Do you need anything for home? Okay? Now, if you have a receptionist, I know a lot of you do, then he or she would say, these are the 3 products that David used today. Do you need anything for home? That is the simple sentence, okay? Let me say it one more time. These are the products that David used today, or Sarah used today, or Emma used today. Do you need anything for home? Then watch the magic, okay? Now at Brush, our retail sales were often 30% of revenue, which is roughly 500% above the industry average. By the way, the industry average is about 5% of gross revenue. All we did was follow this simple formula each time we picked up a product and then at checkout. Okay, having the conversation, putting it in front of her, 3 products up front. Try it. Just see the difference in sales after a week if you are consistent with every single guest. That's the thing about these systems, okay? They become easy to remember because you're going to see immediate results. There is no planning and waiting and hoping. It's just do it, okay? Now, the results, they will improve as your delivery and your confidence improves. But the thing is, you're going to see great results right out the gate. Just follow each step as I've told you, okay? So, I love doing this bit, okay? We're going to add up some numbers here, okay? So here we go. This makes it kind of really very, very real. So 2 add-ons a day, all right, is $40 a day. Okay, 2 add-ons a day, 20 bucks each, $40 a day. 3 product sales, if they're 10 bucks each, is $30. Okay, so $70 a day. You're with me so far. $70 so far, okay? Now, if you work 5 days a week, that's roughly 20 days a month, okay? So 4 weeks, 20 days a month. That's $1,400 a month in extra revenue without seeing a single additional guest. Some of you I know will double or even triple that number, okay? Salon owners out there. I had my entire team doing this, okay? 8 stylists, all crushing the add-ons and the retail sales. And nobody saw this as difficult, okay? It was our culture. It was all about delivering exceptional service to the guests. That's what it is. It's not sales, it's exceptional service. If you are not telling your guests about services available in your salon, if you are not educating your guests on the products that you are using, you are not giving exceptional services. You can do this, okay? This is only the beginning. This is like the first month, okay? By month 3, month 4, or month 5, you should easily be tripling these numbers. This is how I got it up to 7 figures with 8 chairs and 8 stylists, okay? Now, it's time for my daily success planner that I mentioned earlier, okay? This is one of those things that seems simple, but it has astounding effect. It's such an important piece, okay? Now, for me, this changed the way I live my life. It was a tool that I give most credit for helping me create my dream lifestyle. Do not underestimate the power of this simple document. Now, you will see that on the right-hand side, there's a PDF by the comments on your screen. Don't click on it now, okay? Wait until the end of the webinar, okay? I don't want to lose you, all right? Stay focused. Don't worry, it will be available for you later. Once you have downloaded it, I want you to make enough copies for a year. So just make a note right now. Write down just to make enough copies for a year and put them in a binder or a folder. You know, it's a good idea to just keep this binder at the salon. You fill it out at the beginning of each day and then file it back in your folder so you can constantly review your progress. Let's just take a quick look at it, okay? Like I said, it takes 5 minutes to fill out in the morning, but it gives you a plan. It keeps you focused and present so you hit your goals and you keep growing your business. You know, it's like this physical version of a daily affirmation. You know, that's the way that I kind of think about it. If I don't have this filled out every day, it's like I'm trying to work with a blindfold on. You know, this is my plan for the day and I make sure that I smash it every day. And even though I'm not in the salon anymore, I created a similar version that keeps me on track every day with my coaching. You know, this is my #1 tool for all of my high-end coaching clients. I give it to everybody and I walk them through it, okay? This simple document is one of the primary answers to you consistently hitting your goals and continually growing your business. Can you see how this simple piece of paper can make a radical difference to your day and to your focus? Okay, let me just take another sip of water and just have a little stretch here. I advise you to do the same, all right? Sit up in your chair, have a stretch, okay? Because this is my favorite part, and this is where I make all of this stuff so much easier for you, all right? This is where I just eliminate any of the worry, any of the anxiety, and turn the possibilities of you becoming highly successful into a reality, okay? So far, we've really been just like scratching the surface, you know, well, not even scratching the surface, we've been kind of tickling the surface of what is really possible for you. Now, if I'm completely honest, I'd be lying if I told you that, you know, these systems for success just kind of came to me one morning. The truth is that they've taken me the best part of my career to kind of figure this all out. You know, I spent years studying the world's business leaders and gurus. You know, I've read hundreds of books at this stage on business success and strategies. You know, I've spent tens of thousands on seminars. Nicole will agree with me here, believe me. She's probably going, oh yes, he has. Tens of thousands on seminars and courses. And if I'm honest, I've failed time and time again because I needed to test and to retest everything and get it absolutely perfect before I knew I could roll it out to the hairdressing community. There is one thing that has made the biggest difference to my career and to my life. Now you see, my greatest challenge personally has been consistency, and this was the greatest challenge to most people who are kind of looking for success. You know, it's being consistent every single day. I knew what to do, right? But to experience transformation and create the highest level of success, I had to keep doing it every day. The day that my life changed was the day that I invested in my own business coach. Okay, there is no way in the world that any professional athlete could perform at the level they need to without a coach, you know, and it's the same for most successful business people. That is what I learned about studying these guys. They've all got a coach, you know. A coach takes you to a level that you didn't even know was possible. Even for the most naturally talented and motivated people, a coach keeps them accountable, and it just keeps them consistent. So if you ask me, what's the greatest thing that my coach has given me? The answer is easy for me. It's consistency, you know, doing all the right things all of the time without wavering or lowering my standards. This is when results kind of just go into hyper speed. You know, it's proven that within 3 months of consistently doing the right things, you can completely change your life. You can completely change your business. You completely change your physical appearance if you want, if you're doing the right things every day. So if you've struggled with being consistent, you know, if you know what you have to do, but you just aren't doing it, you know, if you're sick and tired of hoping that this year is going to be the year for you, God, I remember that so many times, thinking it's this year. Well, I have the answer, okay, and if you'll give me just 10 minutes of your time, I'd like to tell you how this is exactly what you need to transform your career and your life. You know, do I have your permission to tell you about this revolutionary tool that is about to hit our industry? Just give me a little thumbs up there, or a yes, please, David. I'm so excited right now. Okay, great. All good, Nicole? Fantastic. All right, guys. Here's the problem. There are so many talented hairdressers out there, okay, that are overworked and still living paycheck to paycheck. I come across these people every single day, all right, simply because they don't have the systems they need to transform their skill into a highly lucrative business. Now, I have looked everywhere for a program or a system, you know, something that can help all of my hairdresser friends and colleagues, okay? Now, there's plenty of courses out there. You know there are on the technical, right? On the cutting, on the coloring. But what I'm talking about is a system that you can rely on for everything you need to run a highly successful business, okay? Something you can really rely on. I am so excited, and I'm honored, really, to introduce you to the High Performance Stylist Platinum Coaching. Now, if this had been available like 15 years ago, I can't even imagine where I'd be right now and just how far I'd have taken my career as a stylist. You know, I've put my heart and soul, and Nicole has put her heart and soul into this program. It's taken us the last 7 years to perfect it. Every system, every tool, every strategy you could ever imagine that you need to transform your career beyond even your biggest stretch goal or your wildest dream, and I know a lot of you dream pretty big out there, it's all in this program. You know, this isn't just another online group. This is your business partner, okay? This is your mentor. This is your secret weapon, okay, that makes all the other salons and all the other stylists say, how the hell is she doing that? So just let me show you how this works. First of all, you will become a member of my platinum level coaching group, okay? To begin with, I will be sending you videos that are specifically tailored to creating immediate results to your business. Now, these videos are only between 7 and 12 minutes long, okay? They are not long, but they are very clear instructions to what I need you to do each week. They are simple to follow, and give you very clear guidelines, okay? Just like the systems I gave you today, simple and to the point. And the great thing is, you know, the reason I kept them so short was so that you could listen to them every morning on the way to work. You haven't got to actually physically watch the video. You can just listen to it on the way to work, and it will give you the plan for your day, okay? Next thing, we will create your personal success schedule. Okay, this will keep you focused and consistent on all the tasks, all right? You will be amazed just how quickly you see results when you use your success schedule every single day, okay? This will also give you, it will also give you more freedom, okay? It will give you more free time, because creating time for yourself and a balanced lifestyle is all a part of becoming highly successful, okay? This allows you to just focus on the tasks one at a time, all right, and complete them, okay? Instead of trying to complete 100 things at once and ending up with nothing done. I know a lot of you know how that feels, okay? You've got so much going on, you're trying to do a million things, and nothing gets done. Next thing, every month I will be hosting a live webinar class just for the Platinum Group, okay? I will be covering a high-performance business topic every month that will keep you motivated. It will keep you inspired. It will keep you fired up for the transformation and for success, okay? This ensures that you maintain your momentum. Next, following each live class that I do, we're going to have a live Q&A where you can ask me any questions you have about your business. You know, often questions come up when we do these live classes from other members regarding issues that you haven't even thought of. You know, this is the power of a group like this. You know, as well as me coaching you, you kind of begin to coach each other and form this incredible relationship with other industry high performers. Next thing is you will have membership to the HPS Platinum Private Facebook group. Now, this is a closed group of the best stylists and salon owners in our business, and it's a chance for you to openly share in your challenges and your successes. You see, when we share and we work as a team, then the growth happens just even more quickly. You know, this is like a mastermind of stylists and owners that are just crushing it in their business. Can you imagine being in that group and being able to share that type of stuff with each other? And lastly, you will have direct access to me personally through email, okay? Anything you need answering at any time, you just shoot me a message. And just to be clear, I answer all my emails personally, okay? It's not someone else on my admin team. This is all me and you, okay? Now, does this sound like something that would be powerful for your business? Do you think that something like this could dramatically change the way that you are operating your business, whether you are a salon owner, whether you are a stylist behind the chair? Could this be a massive help to you? Everything good there, Nicole? All good? Great. Oh, I'm just taking another sip of water here. I'm drying up. I'm getting so excited here. I'm drying up. I'm like dehydrated. I drink a lot of water every day as well. So let's just be kind of totally honest and real here, okay? Building your career and running your business, it can really be a lonely world, you know? There's most stylists and salon owners, they're attempting to build a successful career all on their own, okay? And over 50% of stylists, they quit the industry within the first 2 years, which is, it's just so sad, right? I mean, having someone that you can bounce ideas off, give you help, and just show you exactly what you need to do, it is so difficult to find that person. You know, finding a coach, someone that really understood my business and the stress that I was dealing with, it really changed everything for me. You know, it was like this massive weight was lifted, and there was nothing more empowering than having a business partner that I knew that I could rely on to get the right answers and to get the support. So let me just show you the value of this, all right? I just want to stress, this is not the price. I'm going to blow you away with the price in a minute, but I need to show you the value of this. First of all, the bi-weekly video coaching. Now, I've had these videos, this coaching system, for sale on its own for $2,000, all right? The monthly live webinar with me is $50. If I do a webinar normally, I know this is free today, which is a rare one, all right? I wanted to do this for you. It's normally $50 a seat, okay? Your personal success schedule, to be honest, is priceless, okay? If somebody came along to me a year ago and said to me, or even, 5 years ago and said to me, David, just do this every day. This is your schedule. This will take you where you need to go. Oh my God, I'd have paid a fortune for that, all right? Monthly live Q&A with me, $500, okay? For me to jump on a call with you and answer questions about your business, $500 a month. Membership to the HBS Platinum private Facebook group, we put $200 on that, but to be honest, hanging out with those type of people every single day, that is priceless too. And direct email access to me is $1,000 for me to be able to answer any questions that you have about your business, all right? $4,750 is the value of this program. Now, if you think that it sounds good so far, I'm about to take this whole thing to another level, because over my career, I have met many expert leaders in their field. And if I'm honest, it's going to take a team to get you to the level that I want you to reach, okay? To get to the level of success, not just in your business, but in your entire life, you know? And I set out to make this different than anything else in the industry. This is where it becomes a game changer, all right? I want it to be life-changing for you, not just business-changing. And to do that, I needed to call a few of my friends and get them involved. Callum is an expert, okay, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to health, when it comes to nutrition and energy. This guy has taught me more about the importance of fitness and nutrition and how it affects our energy than anyone in my life, you know, as well as being my own personal trainer and Nicole's personal trainer. He also runs a highly successful CrossFit gym and is the coach for the powerlifting Commonwealth team, and this guy is like Olympic team standard, okay? Included in your membership is a monthly live webinar from Callum where he will teach you the importance of nutrition, of exercise and fitness in order to produce the energy levels that you need for massive success. I'd like you to meet my friend and one of the most knowledgeable health and fitness trainers that I've ever met. Just say hello to Callum.
Hey guys, my name is Callum and I am very, very excited about working with you guys. Just a bit about myself. I am the owner of NW1 Strength Conditioning based here in North Wales, where we simply look to just better people's lives, whether that is improve their confidence, improve their body composition, help them lose weight, help them gain weight, improve their performance, whatever capacity that may be. And we do this in two ways. We do this for our community based here in North Wales, and then we have a very, very strong online community as well, with people all over the world, from the United States through to London, where we program nutrition and training programs just to help them work to whatever goals that they want to work towards. Now, previously, my background is in elite sport. I still work as a consultancy role for Sport Wales, working with the sports that you see at the Olympic Games, working with the likes of weightlifting, taekwondo, athletics, etc., etc. And I work as to improve and help these guys reach the top of their potential, ready for the Commonwealth Games next year is the next thing that's on my list. And previously to this, I've worked in other high-performing sports environments, such as the national Welsh football team, as well as some professional rugby teams as well, such as the Cardiff Blues, if you are familiar and if you are a rugby fan. And I am very, very much looking forward to applying some of these high-performing principles that can definitely transfer over to your guys in the way that you manage yourself on a day-to-day basis. Nutrition and well-being is so important. It's just going to make sure that you can turn up to work every day being the best version of yourself, and that ultimately then is going to cross over into the work and into your productivity with your clients and your business. Similarly, what you've also got to recognize is you are doing a trade which is very repetitive. How common are things like wrists and postural issues just because of the nature of your job? So I'm going to look forward to providing you with tips and exercises to hopefully help you stay physically healthy, and so we can manage things like injuries and posture and just improve it, which is only going to help with the longevity of your service. It's nice to meet you guys. I look forward to touching base with you more, and then hopefully this will be the start of something special.
Okay, so how awesome is that? You know, the way that we feel and the way that we show up every day is just so vitally important. It was a huge learning curve for me. You know, Callum has given me just the gift of feeling alive every day and just like bursting with energy. If I'm honest, Nicole and I are like bouncing off the walls every day now. You know, forget about the hairdressing for a minute. You know, this is life-changing stuff that will affect your energy with your spouse, you know, with your husband or with your wife, with your children, and just the quality of your own life. Callum has made time in his schedule because, you know, he shares in my mission of helping people create a level of high performance in their life, and I'm so delighted to tell you that his coaching is included in the Platinum program. Now, that is not all right? The final piece to our puzzle is mindset, okay? How we show up mentally every day. If you have something that is mentally stopping you, that it's blocking you from succeeding, then it doesn't matter really how many systems that I give you, it's not going to work. You know, if there's something in there that is stopping you mentally, we need to overcome it, all right? Andrew Devlin has coached some of the most successful leaders in Fortune 500 companies in the world today. He is a certified John C. Maxwell and Tony Robbins coach. This guy worked with the legendary Tony Robbins for over 10 years. He is an expert in helping people reach that next level in all aspects of their life. So whether it's something to do with business or relationships or finance, whatever it is for you, this guy will help you move that roadblock, all right? This guy is an absolute rock star, and I am honored to call Andrew a friend of mine. You know, we've known each other for quite a few years now, and I'm always so inspired by his level of skill and ability to just take people to that next level. You know, if I've got any personal dilemmas going on, if I'm feeling kind of stuck, you know, or frustrated, then Andrew is normally my first phone call, and he always has the answer. This guy always comes through for me, you know. So it is my honor to introduce you to my good friend, Andrew Devlin.
Hi, my name is Andrew Devlin, and David Barnett asked me to give you a quick introduction of who I am and what I do. So, raised in the north of England, now in Colorado, but I've traveled around the world. I've worked for the cruise line, so I've worked for some awesome spa people, massage therapists, hairstylists, nail technicians, and I know how hard you guys work. I also know how much you are going to give and how much you've given if you're in business for yourself. So I've worked for Tony Robbins and I've worked with John Maxwell, and I've put about 10,000 hours of one-on-one coaching into people. What I figured out in that time is what works and what doesn't work. So I'm going to bring all of that knowledge, all of that experience to you. What I know is that some people that can be thriving in business, other people that can be really struggling, and there's a few things that they might be doing that's stopping them from really thriving. But what I also know is how many people that could be listening to this video right now are sacrificing other parts of their life to get ahead in business. Maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's your relationship with your kids, maybe it's your health, maybe it's just you as a human being feeling alive. So I'm going to bring the full picture. I believe in the land of and rather than the land of or. And what I mean by that is most people should have a successful business or focus on their health or focus on their relationship. I like the land of and, where we're talking about having a thriving business, doubling your business, tripling your business, and being in great health yourself, and having even greater relationships, and being the greatest version of you. So I'm going to bring all of that to you. I've worked with companies like Toyota, JM Family, Bold Worldwide, law firms, chiropractors, ad agencies, and everybody in between. So I bring a lot of experience, a lot of diverse markets, but what I know is business. You do two things. You sell a product or you sell a service. Some people sell both, like you guys. I'm going to teach you how to absolutely transform your service to make it even better. And then the product side of things, if you've got people that are nervous to sell, feel weird when that happens, I'm going to help you through that. So every part of your business, we're going to give you step-by-step instructions of how to grow it. Whether it's your life or whether it's your business, I believe in that they combine so that your business is the best it can be. So if you want more information, I'm going to attach a bio. I'm excited to work with the Platinum team and help you guys grow even better. I know David Barnett is an amazing guy. I've been excited to work with him for a couple of years now. And I know that together I'm going to add stuff and he's going to add stuff that's going to absolutely blow your mind. So I look forward to talking with you and I look forward to getting to know you guys. Until then, from Colorado, signing out, Andrew Devlin. Bye.
Guys, I hope you all agree that this is just pretty amazing, that it's so different, okay? Literally all the coaching you need in one place, the business, the technical, the health and fitness, and now because we've got Andrew on board as well, we've got the personal development, right? This is what I wanted for you, all right? This is my dream and my ambition when I started out doing this, is to create something with everything in one place. That is why this is the ultimate program. You now have access to all the people you need to transform your business and, to be honest, to transform your life, okay? So when we add in the other two bonuses, when we add in the nutrition and fitness from Callum and also the life coaching from Andrew, now the value of this, not the price, okay, the value of this is at $5,950. But the most amazing thing is for you to have complete access to all of these people, for you to have what I'm calling the perfect business partner that will be there for you every day to advise you on how to grow your business and how to transform your life, is only $297 a month, okay? Now look, I'm just going to add in right now the sign-up link. So look in the comment section, you'll see that I've just added the sign-up link right now. You can't click on the link in the picture, all right, and I don't want to lose you from the screen, so just go to that link, joinhps.com/sign up now. It should be on the right-hand side if you are looking at this on a desktop or laptop. I think if you're in the phone, you'll see the comment section at the bottom of your phone, and the sign-up link is in there. If you cannot see it, it's joinhps.com/sign up now. All right, grab your seat if you know this is exactly what you need. If you feel like this is going to transform the way that you do business and the way that you live your life, click on that link and grab your seat, okay? If you work 5 days a week, right, like most of us do, that is less than a conditioning treatment a day. I showed you earlier how to make 5 times this amount with just one simple technique. We're just scratching the surface. That one simple technique that I showed you, either if you do it with an add-on service or you do it with the retail sales, you'll cover this in 1 day soon, all right? If you have been trying to take your career to the next level, if you have the dream but the reality is that you are nowhere near it, if you are ready to say to yourself, you know what, I'm drawing the line in the sand right now, enough is enough, I need a change, I need the results, you know, I'm fed up of thinking to myself, this year is going to be my year. We can make it your year right now, okay? Grab this opportunity with both hands. This is exactly what you've been looking for. This is the perfect business partner, okay? No more poor decisions or second guessing, just results from now on, okay? Just continued success from now on. And guys, as with everything that I do, let me just add this in here. You have my personal stamp, my personal guarantee that this will be the best training and content in the industry. There are no contracts, there are no agreements to sign. If it's not what you expected for any reason, you just let me know, okay? You can cancel without fees or charges. I never want anyone to feel they are committed to something that they don't want or they don't need, okay? But what I think you're gonna find is that you are just crushing it with the results, and you're not even going to think about it. You're going to be at that place where you can't believe that you have access to all this, and you're not even going to remember that you pay for something, because it's going to be so little compared to what you are making. Now, if you are still on the edge and you're thinking, but will this work for me? You know, I come across this a lot. Yeah, but my salon is different, or I work in this town. They're not going to be my clients won't do add-ons. My clients won't do retail sales. They probably won't do the other stuff that you're going to be talking about. Guys, I've coached people all over the world. I've lived and worked in salons all over the world. Clients are clients. Hairdressing is hairdressing. It doesn't matter what your market is, what level you're at. These systems and these strategies, they work in all markets, all right? And just to kind of show you how well they are working, I'm going to play a very short video, okay, which is going to be some of my clients that I've been coaching and some of the results they have been getting, okay? So just take a look at this.
I've actually learned so much in such a short space of time, and this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. I'm feeling like I'm giving my guests a full-on better experience. Before Nicole and David came to us, I would literally be doing probably about £500 a day. My figures were crazy. Like some of the days I was doing like £1,200 a day. And I've been a hairdresser 23 years, okay? And this is like a revelation for me. And do you know what? Each day that I did it, it got easier and easier and easier. It just felt really, really, really good the past 2 weeks to be super organised.
My confidence has grown extremely since I started. I had a really hard time interacting with guests. I was nervous. You could just tell I didn't have confidence, even though I had the skills. I would easily say my clientele has doubled, maybe even tripled. My income has easily doubled.
Training with David and Nicole has been amazing. It has been so easy to follow. My confidence level has gone up extremely. My income has grown a lot. I've been able to have a lot more freedom. I was able to buy myself a new car. I live on my own. I get to go do fun activities. It's been amazing.
And so anyone thinking about doing some education with these guys, okay, whether you are like a solo artist, like working on your own, you know, whether there's 2 or 3 of you in the salon, whether you've been a hairdresser 50 years or 2 minutes, literally, you need to get some coaching from these guys. I literally can't believe I'm only learning this stuff now, but it's never too late. And I'm going to make the second half of my career as a hair colorist absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again. All right, bye.
Okay, guys, so these results, they are real, all right? These are stylists that are doubling and tripling their daily income in just weeks. These are just everyday stylists working behind the chair in regular salons, all right? If you are a salon owner and you can get all of your stylists doing this stuff, not only is it going to make your business highly successful, but you're going to create amazing careers for your people, all right? They are going to be so delighted they are working for a company that offers this type of opportunity for them. They're going to be so dedicated to you. You know, if you're worried about losing team members, forget about it, okay? I never worried about that anymore because I knew that my stylists could not grow the way that they grow when they're working for me. They can't get that type of growth anywhere else. That is what you're going to have. If you're a stylist and you're looking to jump on this program, you are going to get continued growth. You're never going to hit that ceiling where you can't earn anymore, all right? It's going to be continued growth for you. Click on the link. It's right there, joinhps.com, sign up now, / sign up now, okay? Now, if you are still, for some unknown reason, you are still on the edge on whether you think this is right for you, okay, I've got one other special bonus. Now, I'm calling this the quick fire bonus because it's for people that sign up right away. For those of you that know this is exactly what you need, I'm going to include my 7-figure salon apprenticeship program. This is the system that I designed for my own salon training. This is the apprenticeship program that took my stylists to 6 figures. Now, last time I offered this for sale, it was $600 on its own, but I'm including it today when you join the team. You know, this has like 18 professionally shot videos. I can remember, you know, we shot this in California. I had the full studio with the director and producer and lighting and multiple cameramen. We had the full shebang. It was right out of Hollywood, all right? I spent over $50,000 having these videos made because I knew how important they are. It's all the classic haircuts. It's all the essentials for any stylist, such as the consultations, the retail sales, the customer service videos, and so much more, you know. I'm giving you now every tool I use to create a 7-figure salon and multiple 6-figure stylists. And it's still only $297 a month, which, you know, if you're in the UK, you're talking roughly £220 a month for full access to all this. So look, if your training in your salon needs improvement, or perhaps you are an educator, you know, and you're looking for a system that you can add to your salon, or if you're a stylist behind the chair and your classics need a refresher, then I'm giving you a turnkey, world-class system. And, you know, I used to have apprentices knocking on my door trying to get in because of the level of education that I offered, and I'm giving you now the full system that I used in my own salon in California. So here is everything, guys, all right? This is everything that you're going to be getting. I actually can't believe just how good this is. You know, I've got goosebumps right now because I know just how, hey, this is exactly what you need, and you're not even going to feel it, okay? The $297, you're not even going to feel this. It's everything that you need to create a massively profitable, highly successful business or career for yourself. Plus, oh, I nearly forgot this. Plus, you can write this off against your taxes as an education expense. You know, that's what I used to do. No, I'm not an accountant, I've got to tell you that. Please talk to your accountant before you go ahead and just do that. But education expense was a tax write-off for me. You know, I made sure that and this is exactly what that was. If I was buying into this, I'd be writing this off against my taxes, okay? So look into that. If you can do that, then you're certainly not going to feel it. You're going to be saving it against your taxes, okay? Now, we have been getting lots of questions, and so I'm going to go and just leave this slide up, and I'm going to answer a few of the questions. But just before I do, let me just run through again, okay, the list of what we've got here, okay? So the bi-weekly video coaching, the coaching is going to be coming directly to your inbox. You haven't got to go and log on anywhere to any website and remind yourself to train. I'm going to be coaching you. I'm going to be sending these directly to your inbox and giving you that nudge and saying, hey, it's time to jump on a video. I need to show you what to do this week. You're going to have a monthly live webinar from me, okay? I'm going to be covering all of the high-performance business strategies that you need, okay? Once a month, I'm going to be in there live in the group. We're going to create your personal success schedule. As I've said before, this is worth its weight in gold, okay? It shows you exactly what you need to be doing every single day, and I'm sure that Andrew and Callum are going to be probably adding to that as well and give you some stuff to use in your schedule too. Monthly live Q&A with me. Again, straight after the webinar, the live webinar that I'm going to be doing every month, we've got a live Q&A where you can ask me anything you want about what's going on in your business. We've got membership to the HPS Platinum Facebook group. This is the best of the best people in here hanging out, just bouncing around with ideas of what's going on in their business so you can start coaching each other. You know, it's amazing when you get all those people in one group, like one big mastermind of the best of the best. Direct email access to me. You know, if you can't wait for the Q&A, shoot me an email. I am a full-time coach, okay? This is what I do for a living, all right? This is what I do. This is my career, okay? So just shoot me an email if you can't wait for the Q&A. I can answer it for you. And then we've got these great bonuses, all right? We've got Callum with nutrition and fitness coaching, and then we've got Andrew with the mindset and life coaching, all right? Both of those are just so highly valuable. And then, of course, for everyone that joins up today, we've got the quick fire bonus, access to the apprenticeship program that I use to create a highly successful stylist, a six-figure stylist in my own business, all right? So let me jump in and answer a few of these questions, okay? Let's have a look. Okay, so Mark here is asking, Mark's from Dublin, and he's just asking, thanks for your question, Mark. He's just asking, how much would it be in euros? Well, I don't know what the exact conversion is, Mark. You could probably Google it and get the exact conversion, but roughly, because I know roughly what it would be probably about $2.49 a month. It's normally in between the price of the dollar and the pound amount. So euro is normally about $2.49 a month. Okay, so give or take. So I would say just to Google that, and it'll give you an exact number. All right. Also, if you're worried about like currency conversion, don't worry about that. All right. I look after all of that. There's no hidden fees or bank charges. Okay. It goes into my own shopping cart, so you're not paying it directly into any bank. All right. I look after the banking. Okay, so don't worry about that at all. Okay, there's no hidden fees. It's just going to be the $2.97. All right, so just anybody who's worried about, okay, well, what would it be in pounds, or am I going to get charged extra for that? There's no hidden charges with this. Let's have a look what we've got here. Sarah's, yeah, she's just asking again about contracts. Yes, again, you know, I did mention it a little bit earlier, but just to clarify, there's no contracts with this, all right? It's just month to month. If it's not for some reason what you hoped it was going to be, just let me know, okay? I highly doubt we're gonna get into that situation unless you're just like not doing what I'm telling you to do. But if you are doing what I'm telling you to do, you're gonna get the results. But for whatever reason, if you decide that, you know what, this is not for me, then don't worry about that, okay? We are going to, we can just cancel it immediately, no questions asked, all right? Thank you, Sarah, for the question. Let's have a look, what else have we got through here? We're getting so many just great comments, all right? Just most of these are just like great comments. I think I was kind of pretty clear on everything and how it all runs, yeah? Just so excited, and can't wait to get started, and yes, this is nothing like this. Guys, there's nothing like this, believe me. I have searched and searched all over the place for something similar. That's why I decided to create it, because, you know, I've tried to even piecemeal a lot of this together. You know, different people doing different courses. It gets crazy expensive when you do it that way. You can do it. Takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you end up, you know, obviously with 5 or 6 different courses. The idea with this was that it's all here, you know, one-stop shop, you know. And it's like the Amazon of hairdressing here. Everything you need in one place, okay? All right, so look, I think that is about all of the questions there. I can't really see any of the questions. I think everything has been so clear. If you have anything else, then please, you know, shoot me a message on Facebook. You can reply to the emails that I sent out regarding the webinar. Once again, if you can't see the link, it's www.joinhps.com/sign up now, okay? www.joinhps.com/sign up now, and just grab your seat. Guys, I am beyond excited. I cannot wait to get into the group and just see how many we've got. I know we've had a lot of people. Nicole has just been giving me the thumbs up, because we're getting a lot of people signing up already. They're grabbing their seats. Dying to just jump in there and say hi to everybody, welcome them aboard, and get things rolling. You know, I am ready to get this rolling and get it started immediately. So I'm going to hop off now. All right, guys, thank you so much. You know, if you decide that this is something that you want to do at a later date, just shoot me a message and let me know. All right, if you are ready to jump on board, please, guys, jump on board. If you're not, for whatever reason, then I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. All right, I hope you found it highly beneficial. I think just the systems that I was teaching today, you're going to see the results. Put them into practice. You will see the results tomorrow. I promise you that, okay? And thank you again for all being here today. And best of luck with your businesses. Best of luck with your career. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.